get your YouTube channel up and running. Number 2 is probably shoot a video of your city real estate investments and be known as the expert when people go search that. Hey gang, how's it going? Russell Westcott here. So before we dive headfirst into the upcoming training tutorial that you're about to watch, I want to share a little bit of context about where this came from and maybe just a little quick side story before we dive into it. So if you're brand new on this channel, make sure you leave a comment below, make sure you like it and hit that subscribe button to get early notification of any new video that's upcoming. Okay, so here's the context for this video. Now, I was hesitant to share this video. One of the reasons why I was a little bit hesitant to jump in and share this video was I don't have 20 years experience in this. And that's usually one of the things I like to do is I only teach things that I would consider myself an expert on, that have multiple years of experience in this. But you know what? I have a coach and I have some consultants that are helping me out with this whole YouTube mountain. So what I wanted to do was, 2020 was the year that I wanted to bring out a podcast and wanted to have a high quality podcast experience. So hired some people, hired the team, hired some coaching, hired some consultants to help me elevate the podcast. Now that's out and running. In 2021, my commitment was to crush the YouTube mountain. So hired some coaching, hired some consultant, went through some courses to learn how to bring out a quality YouTube channel. And then most importantly, made a commitment to bring out some consistent quality. So one day I was sharing with my inner circle coaching clients and my inner circle community, I was just sharing some of the things I was learning about YouTube, some of the things about the algorithm. I was taking them into the back end of the YouTube website, sharing with them some insights that I had learned about learning this whole thing about YouTube. So that's what you're about to see. Now, I'm not professing to be a YouTube expert. And quite honestly, if you jump onto YouTube and type in how to build out a YouTube channel, how to become a YouTube expert, there will be millions and millions of videos out there for you to dive into. But one of the things that I think I can bring to the table is I can bring a context of how to use YouTube as a real estate investor. And that's what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video is how to use YouTube as a real estate investor. And in this one, it's an in-depth training where I will take you into the back end of the analytics. I will do some search engine optimization, how to do the tagging, how to do the research, how to pull the relevant information in order to create a good search engine optimized video that will bring in business into your real estate investment activities. Now, guys, just understand YouTube is a search engine first and foremost. After watching this video, you may never look at your YouTube channel the same way again, or it may inspire you to start a YouTube channel. So I encourage you to dive into this training video head on and pay attention right to the very end where there is a special message and some homework steps for you. So without any further delay, let's get after it. Let's go. Do you guys have a YouTube channel, right? I've had a YouTube channel since 2016. So what is that? Geez, 6 years now. I probably had it longer. I just never did anything with it. I really just limped along and I never really put any time and attention. It was actually just one of those things where I just dumped a video on it because I had to have a video streaming service. In 2020, I made the commitment that I wanted to get into podcasting in 2020. And that was the commitment that I was really going to just crush that out, get the workflow, get that all done out to deliver an amazing podcast. 2021, my commitment and my elevation, what I want to do is to grow my YouTube channel. Okay. So I've been, got some resources, got some help, got some support, and I've just been really geeking out and really digging the whole thing about YouTube right now. Guys, I'm here to tell you, if you don't have a YouTube channel, you are so missing out on some amazing free traffic, free lead generation to you. And I'll give you an example here in a second. I'll walk you through maybe some of the metrics and some of the stuff here as well. As you know, many of you probably do know, is, YouTube is a search engine, okay? I've completely rethought and rethinking the way I run my YouTube channel. YouTube is a search engine first, okay? It's essentially, I call it attention deficit theater. You need to entertain people over a shorter period of time to get them to come back to maybe fill out a form, to lead gen, to eventually drive people back to the podcast, to where then people will engage with the podcast for long term. Now, interesting to note, I actually just had a conversation with a podcasting expert, and we were talking about, and he wanted to know my engagement stats. And I said, stats? There's stats on podcasting? So he walked me through all this kind of stuff. And he said, Russ, I'd love to see how your average time per device. So there's actually a statistic that Apple Podcast tracks over a 60-day window. And he was going, it will track how many minutes per device do you get on average over a 60-day window. And I said, oh, that's probably an important stat. Okay. So he was going, he goes, and this is a guy that launches podcasts, and he takes things to number one. And he says, typically a good one is an engagement of about 1 hour. 1 hour per device over a 60-day window. So we went on and checked out mine, and lo and behold, he looked at it and he goes, am I reading that right? Russ, your number is almost 3 hours. So on average, I'm getting almost 3 hours of people listening to the podcast per device over a 60-day window. Okay. So that's where people are consuming the longer form conversations. People are not going to YouTube for a short for a long form conversation. They're going to YouTube to have a problem solved. They're using it as a search device to search an answer, and they want something quick and simple to do. They're not consuming a long piece of content. That's what the podcast is for. So I'm rethinking my entire way that I'm delivering my YouTube channel. Okay, so let's get into it here. I'm going to share with you a couple things. So that's my YouTube channel. So I encourage you guys to probably, if you want, subscribe to it. I would really be honored if you wanted to subscribe to it. But what I wanted to do is take you guys a little bit behind the scenes into some of the power of the analytics. And I do have a success story I want to share with you guys here too, and an action for each and every member of the Raising Capital Academy of what I would like to see each and every one of you guys do. Okay, so diving into a couple of the analytics, like for example, here's some of the power. Every Thursday at 6 a.m., I launch a YouTube video. Okay. And I've been doing that for the past, since I think it was start of 2021. So far, every week on Thursday, 6 a.m., I launch a new video. And then as you can tell, there usually is a spike on Thursdays when that happens. So for example, here's just the real-time views. This has been the last 48 hours. What was that? Sorry, let me get the number. So the last 48 hours, I've had over 310 views on the YouTube channel. And there's 1, 2, 3, there's actually 4 people watching it right now within the last hour. Okay, so what are they watching? Someone's watching this one here was last week's video, and 3 people are watching this week's video. Okay. And the most important time when you launch a YouTube video is the first 24 hours is absolutely critical. Hit it hard, get it into groups, get that first 24 hours as hard as possible, hit it as hard as possible. Try to get as many people to watch it, because then that's what YouTube will then pick up and say, this is a video that we maybe want to promote on your behalf. But here's the point I want to get to is, so in the last 48 hours, so I've promoted one video, this one right here. In the last 48 hours, it's had 151 views. But I haven't promoted anything else. So for example, all these other videos, if you see down here, I haven't done a thing with. And YouTube people are finding it. People are watching it, whether they're watching it from other things like that or all that stuff. People are watching those videos, okay? So let's take an example. Let's go into maybe... let's pull up one video. And I am going to get to a point which I'm going to get each and every one of you guys that you should probably do this. This one here, why Edmonton? So this is a video that I shot and published in August of 2020. Okay. This video, as you can tell, has started to grow. Like this gray line down here is the typical. Okay. This blue line is how this video is performing. Like, for example, so it's almost 1,100 views right now, and it's why Edmonton real estate, why now? And normally I get on most average is about between 30 and 160. So 1,060 is very good. Okay. I've gained 23 subscribers from this one as well. And people have watched over 280 hours of that, including over the last 48 hours. What is that? half a dozen people are watching it. Now, understand, I'm not promoting this video. I've done nothing to it other than publish it way back in August, and it's still getting traffic to it, okay? So here's a couple other things you want to do is you just dive into a lot of the analytics. Oh, this is the one I wanted to do. So YouTube has sent this video, it's put in this video in front of 8,000 eyeballs on my behalf. Okay. Now, you guys understand and remember that Edmonton is my real estate market. That's the market that I like to invest in. Okay. Probably not any secret if you guys are part of the Raising Capital Academy, but I'm not going to make this about Edmonton. I'm going to make this about you, about why are you not putting out a video about why your real estate market. Okay. So for example, YouTube as a search engine has put it in front of 8,000 eyeballs. 510 people have viewed it from seeing it in front of them. And I've got 134 hours because YouTube has published that on my behalf, right? And it gives you lots of the key search terms, all these kind of things and where the traffic is coming from. Now don't get me wrong. I'm not by any means a YouTube expert in any way, shape, or form here, guys. I'm a real estate investor, but I'm just kind of geeking out on YouTube to try to figure out how to distribute the message on a greater basis. But here's the power that you can have of this, guys. If you really get a good video that is targeted for what you're looking to do, and here's what I'm going to share with you. Okay, I'm going to go into so remember when I said that YouTube is a search engine, okay? First and foremost, it is a search engine. So look at here. So my keyword that I want to have is this, Edmonton. That is my thing that I want to rank for in my searching, okay? Now, when this comes back, so this is actually an extremely good search term. That this thing called TubeBuddy, it has a keyword explorer here. So it's actually a very good thing to search because it's nice and niche, it's nice and tight, okay? Now, here's the really interesting thing is, on Edmonton real estate investing, I have the number 1 and the number 3 ranked video. And I'll prove that to you. Just let's do this. Let me go over here and I'm going to do this. So I've opened up a new window here for you guys. And this new window is in incognito mode. So it doesn't, if I've done some searching on Edmonton, it might be biased that I've maybe done Edmonton real estate investing searching on YouTube, right? Because that's my target market. Here's a new incognito window. I've cleared all the search history, everything. So if I type into here, Edmonton, number 1 video, number 3 video, and I believe the one I just published just the other day down here is also starting to rank as well. Nope, it's not there. Oh, there's Business Partner J. There's actually one that I did a couple years ago talking about an 8-plex. Oh, there's a Scott and Kathleen coaching clients out of Fort McMurray. Go figure. Edmonton, they're now doing that. Another property. So here's the message I'm trying to get to, guys. Why are you not shooting a video for your marketplace, right? You should be shooting, let's use an example. And here's the example I'm going to use. Let's do Sudbury. Does anyone know, Zach, Rebecca, Joe Costanza? Anyone know anyone investing in Sudbury? I would like to see I have not checked this out. If I was going here to Sudbury, okay, we got Matt McKeever. Matt McKeever doesn't even invest there. He doesn't even live there. But he's got the number 1 ranked video. So what I would do is I would check out Matt McKeever's. I'd find his tags. I'd find his keywords. If he's the one tracking there. Here's another one that was on the Andrew Hines podcast. Lynn LeBeau. Actually, Lynn is a member of the Raising Capital Academy. Well done, Lynn. Mark Loeffler. Mark doesn't even... Hang on. Guys, I don't see any Sudbury real estate investors poking up that are Raising Capital Academy members here. You guys don't know how easy it would be probably for you to rank getting that kind of a message out. So let's just do this as a quick thing here. Let's do this. It has good search volume. People right now, there's videos that are being out there right now, but I think there's an opportunity for each and every one of you guys to own this search tag, right? If you really just dive into it, Let's take another one. It's just had a conversation with Michael Budd today, and he was talking about North Battle. So that is a very good search term that you might want to have. Why North Battleford real estate investing? Why now? Maybe that's your title of your thing, right? I'll do Saskatoon. So there's actually a lot of people that are doing that. So it's not that great. So what I would do is maybe I would then customize the search term a little bit. Investments. Okay, now we're getting a little bit better. How about this? I would even have this. I think we probably have a winner there. There we go. Fantastic search term. So there would be my next video. I would have Saskatoon real estate cash flow investments would be my key search term. Okay. Then I would build an entire video around that where maybe I would show some pro formas, show some things for people to do that as well. Okay. So that would be a fantastic keyword to use. Okay, guys. So, I don't want to go into a long, in-depth conversation here about YouTube, but I'm digging the YouTube doing all the work for me. Like, really, you put a message out onto YouTube, and YouTube is a search engine. If anybody types into YouTube, Edmonton real estate investments, I have 3 videos that pop up in the top 20. Okay. And I wonder why, and there's been any reason why we've been probably, between myself and my business partner, we've been getting between 5 and 6, leads a week coming through of people. I had on Tuesday alone this week, I had 4 conversations with people and potential investment partners looking to get into Edmonton. And it's because of the materials that I've been putting out in the marketplace, and because I'm ranking in those things right now. And that's the activity that, and let's put it away. The search engines are now doing work for me. Here's really your homework that I would encourage each and every one of you. Step number 1 for members of the Raising Capital Academy is to get a YouTube channel. Like, just get it started. Just put it out there, okay? Step number 2 is your first video should be insert the name of your town or your location of where you invest, real estate investment, or even why city, why now real estate investing, something of that nature. Do some searching on it, find out what are the people are searching for, and then start creating videos on it. So one of the things I'm going to start doing, I know now, is I'm going to start doubling down. If I have the video 1, video 3, and video 20 out of those search terms, I'm going to double down on my content. Here's different areas within the city as good investment opportunity. Here's some pro formas. I'm going to start doubling it down and really be known as the authority. Because once you get ranked in YouTube, also Google will pick it up too, because they're owned by the same company. And really to maybe inspire you guys to take the next level up with your YouTube game and look at it differently. This year, what are we only, 2-3 months in? I completely look at YouTube differently than I did before, as opposed to one of those things of going, oh God, I got to publish another YouTube video. Oh, I hated it. Now it's like, this is one of the core pillars of the business that I need to do, is to get the leads. And YouTube is actually probably going to be one of my core lead generation strategies that I do. Just to give you guys a little bit of insights into behind the scenes of what it looks like in order to attract some attention, to get people to have some eyeballs on your business. Okay, so remember your homework. Get your YouTube channel up and running. Number 2 is probably shoot a video of your city real estate investments and be known as the expert when people go search that on YouTube. Okay, gang. Hope you have yourself a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Bye for now. Hey, I sure hope you enjoyed this video. If you are interested in moving forward with velocity, if you're interested in being a successful real estate investor, only 2 simple next steps from here. Number 1, below where you're watching this, there will be an opportunity for you to subscribe. And over here will be a hand-selected video for you to keep moving forward. Continue your journey forward. Just click on over here for that hand-selected video for you, and we'll see you on the other side. Thank you very much.